Hey everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Today we're going to be talking about the most desirable Pokemon cards from Brilliant Stars. I've been collecting a lot of data, whatever you want to call it, on Brilliant Stars, looking at the secondary market, what card prices are going for, and this is a super stacked set. I already knew that even before I started looking into the numbers, but this is insane. If you took the top 50 Pokemon cards from Brilliant Stars, the top 50 most expensive one, it would cost you easily over $3,000 just to collect the top 50 most expensive Pokemon cards in Brilliant Stars. If you're looking at just the top 10 most expensive Pokemon cards, you're easily spending over $1,500 for this list. These are some really expensive cards, but keep in mind that this is pre-release prices. A lot of these cards are going to dip in price over the next couple of weeks, especially after the official release of Brilliant Stars, when people are going to be opening up a lot of booster pack. The main purpose of looking into this data is just to really showcase to you guys what are some of the best pulls that you should be looking out for inside of your own pack opening, and see if you can understand why some of the cards on this list are so expensive or so desirable. Really interesting because some cards that I thought would easily make the top 10 list, such as the Sylveon VMAX, the Mimikyu VMAX, are not even in the top 10 because of how desirable some other cards on this list are. It's a super stacked set, so let's go over the top 10 most desirable Pokemon cards that you can pull inside of your Brilliant Stars booster packs. In 10th place, we have the Umbreon V Trainer Gallery card, which is currently going for $75 on the secondary market. These prices will definitely drop. Surprisingly, not a lot of Trainer Gallery cards actually made it onto the top 10 list. They all made it onto the top 50 most expensive Pokemon cards, but not a lot of them actually made it onto the top 10 list, which really surprised me. I was expecting a lot more of them to make it on the list, which really just showcased how stacked Brilliant Stars really is. As far as a set goes, there's a ton of cards that are going for $30, $40, $50, and a couple that are really going for well over $100, which is pretty much the whole entire value of a whole entire booster box inside of a single card. So there's a ton of different huge pull. So we have Umbreon V in 10th place, and in 9th place we have the Charizard V Full Art card. That's right, just a regular full art card. Charizard V is definitely the most expensive full art card that you can pull in any set right now. Charizard is always a hugely desirable card. This card is currently going for around $80 for just a regular full art card. It is a significantly easier pull compared to some of the other cards on this list, and there's even bigger big ticket items that are also Charizard cards. That doesn't hugely surprise me. I'm really impressed by these numbers. You can never count out Charizard. It's insane how much people will pay for a Charizard card, even a regular Charizard V full art. This is not like a hyper rare, rainbow rare, secret rare, anything of that sort. Still a hugely desirable card. Next on the list, in 8th place, we have the Arceus V-Star Rainbow Rare. Actually a really hard pull, so I'm not super surprised by this. It's currently going for around $80 as well, same price as the Charizard Full Art. I gave it a bump above the Charizard Full Art just because it is an actual more rare card than the Charizard Full Art. It just so happens that Charizard is significantly more desirable than the Arceus V-Star. So they're going to compete for these spots. It's going to be interesting to see how things look long term, because I think long term the Arceus V-Star Rainbow Rare is a significantly harder pull than the Charizard Full Art. $80 is a really respectable place for a brand new set. Prices will definitely drop. How low do I expect these prices to go? You might expect these prices to drop by as much as 50% over the next couple of weeks, so slash these prices by half after the release of Brilliant Stars. Next up, we have the Umbreon VMAX Trainer Gallery card, which is inching out the other two cards on this list by $85. That's the current secondary market price, which is really nutso. This is the last Trainer Gallery card on this list. I honestly expected some of the Trainer Gallery cards to go a little bit higher, so I'm surprised that none of them even made it onto the top 5 most expensive Pokemon cards. Once again, just showcasing how expensive of a set Brilliant Stars is. It's going to take you well over $3,000 right now just to collect the 50 most desirable cards from Brilliant Stars, and easily over $1,500 for the top 10 most expensive Pokemon cards. Prices are going to drop over the next couple of months significantly, but this is still a really expensive set to collect, and it really just comes down to how varied your pulls can really be. There are so many different pulls competing with each other. You're gonna get some hits, but your hits are gonna be really random because there's just so many variables inside of this set. It is not a normal set. The subset does compete with it a little bit. There's gonna be a lot of pulls, but your pulls are gonna be really wacko. So yeah, Umbreon VMAX, $85, final trainer gallery card on this list. Really solid. None of the other cards from prior subsets like Vivid Voltage or Cosmic Eclipse even come close to some of these prices. So it's really good, and it does help with the pack opening value on your booster boxes and Elite Trainer box. It really helps, makes it so that when you're doing your pack opening, you get the full value of what you paid for your products. Next up on the list, we have a Full Art Trainer card. I'm really happy to see a Full Art Trainer card making it onto the list. We have Marnie's Pride Full Art going for $90 on the secondary market right now. This is the only Full Art Trainer card that made it onto the top 10. There were a couple of others that were pretty desirable. I see here Gloria is currently going for around $45 to $50, and Acerola going for around $35 to $30. So some other really desirable Full Art Trainer card. But Marnie has always been the chase Full Art Trainer card for Sword and Shield. And here again, Marnie's Pride going for $90 right now. On to 5th place. We're starting to get to some real heavy hitters now. In 5th place, we have the Gold Arceus V-Star card, which is currently going for around $105 on the secondary market. And this is actually really, really cool because I didn't expect this card to be this desirable. It's a cool card, but I know some of the Rainbow Rares and Gold Rares over the past couple of years have not been the biggest hits inside of sets. It's usually the alternate art cards. So it's really interesting to see some of the more desirable cards actually be gold cards, secret rare, or rainbow rare cards. In 4th place, we have another Arceus card, the Arceus V alternate art card, which is currently going for around $115. This one should surprise no one. The alternate art versions of Pokemon cards have been some of the most desirable and chase cards inside of pretty much every set, so it doesn't surprise me at all to see it in 4th place. What really surprised me is making it into the podium in 3rd place. We have the Galarian Moltres V gold card, which is currently going for around $125. The other two of the bird trio, the Zapdos and the Articuno, are currently going for around $60, so half what the Galarian Moltres is going for. It doesn't surprise me that the Moltres V is the most expensive. It's definitely the most competitively viable of the three, and the Fire Chicken has always been popular, Moltres has always been popular, but it does surprise me that it is significantly more expensive than the other two. Even if you take in those factors, double the price of the other two cards was really surprising to me. I honestly thought the Arceus V would be in the top 3. Those are the only two differences that really surprised me. Galarian Moltres V, kudos to it, making it onto the podium. In 2nd place, now we're starting to get to some really insane pulls now. In 2nd place, we have the Charizard V alternate art card, which is currently going for $250. If you pull this card inside of your booster box, it is valued at around 2 booster boxes. That's insane that a single card is worth as much as 2 booster boxes. Really, really shows how much people are willing to pay for Charizard cards. Charizard has never been my chase card. But if I'm pulling a Charizard card, I'm happy either way because I know that I really got the full value out of my booster box and I can continue opening up my booster packs really happily. In 1st place, doesn't surprise anyone, is a Charizard card. It is the Charizard V-Star Rainbow Rare. This card is currently going for around $350 on the secondary market, and here's the kicker, I don't think it's really going to drop that much from that price. How low can this card really go? I think at its absolute lowest, it'll go for around $200, which is still a lot for a chase card. That is a significant drop, but it's a brand new set that hasn't been opened yet, so prices will drop on this card. But even at $200, that is still a really high price. We haven't seen a rainbow rare card be the chase card for a set in a long time. It didn't happen with any other set from the last year or so. All the chase cards from the last year have all been alternate art card, so it really surprised me that the Charizard V-Star took over the Charizard V alt art as the chase card for this set. It shouldn't super surprise me, because would you rather have a Charizard V or a Charizard V-Star? I think most people would go for the V-Star just because it is considered a level up from the Charizard V, even though I would say the Charizard V alternate art is a better looking card than the Rainbow Rare version. They did change the Rainbow Rare art style for this year, and they are a little bit better. I would say they're significantly more sparkly and vibrant, and the details are there. So if you are into these new cards, there are some really cool Rainbow Rare cards inside of this set. If you don't even talk about the Charizard V-Star, the Arceus V-Star Rainbow Rare is still an $80 card. So there's a couple of major hitters on this list. The thing is though, a lot of these cards, you're likely to only pull like maybe one in a couple of booster boxes. So they are really, really rare. If you are someone that open up booster boxes to collect a set, you're gonna have a terrible time with this set, because there's just gonna be so many empty spots inside of your binder collection. There are so many rare cards and they're all over the place. It's really unlikely for you to even pull 5, 10 of these cards on the top 50 list. So this is a really wild set. It's gonna be an expensive set for a long time. We'll have to see what this year has in store, but this is the most expensive Pokemon card set that's been released in quite a while. To complete this whole entire set is gonna cost thousands and thousands of dollars, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. It is really cool that there are valuable cards inside of all these booster packs, but it's so varied right now. You know, you could open up an Elite Trainer box or a booster box, and the value of your booster box can be anywhere from $50 all the way up to like $400 to $500. So that's a huge variable. And most of the time, your booster box is probably gonna be valued at closer to $100. So it's a huge variable. The wins are really high and the lows aren't too bad if you can handle $50 being the low end of what the total value of your booster box can end up being, if you can count the bulk and whatnot. A really cool set. Some of these cards surprised me, especially things like the Galarian Moltres V, seeing not a lot of trainer gallery cards on the topper end of the list. But overall, I'm really excited for this set. Hope you guys are as well, and hope this has been insightful. Let me know what your guys' pulls are once you get some booster packs. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.